Anyway, screwed that up. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of this is gaming variety streams here on Midlife Crisis Media. I'm Chris. Going to continue playing TRON Identity, which I started playing probably a month ago to celebrate the release of TRON Ares coming out, and then I just kept on getting busier and busier and busier every week after that, so I was not able to stream until today. So like I said, it's been almost a month since I played this. So I'm going to be learning pretty much all over again. But yeah, TRON Ares came out this past weekend, and I really enjoyed it. I'm very saddened by the box office. Same kind of thing happened with TRON Legacy, where it was like, it seemed all anybody could talk about was the new TRON movie, and they couldn't wait to see it. And everyone was expecting it to be this huge box office, juggernaut because of how aware everybody was of it, and then nobody saw it. And the same thing happened here. Everybody's been talking about the movie leading up to the release, the market saturation. I mean, like, everywhere I looked, there was TRON stuff, and everybody I knew was, like, interested in seeing it. Maybe not right away, but at least opening weekend. And, even less people saw it than the second movie. So I was very saddened by it. I'm hoping that word of mouth will get around and people will check it out more and more, and it'll become kind of like a sleeper hit, because it's left off on quite a interesting and cool couple of cliffhangers. There's a couple of open threads that were left intentionally for a follow-up, but I want to see those resolved. So let's just hope. So last time I played this game, like I said, was about a month ago. And if I remember correctly, you're playing as a detective within a new grid who is investigating a murder at this, warehouse in the grid that houses information. And the security guard that runs the facility's security doesn't like me. I've met the guy who runs the facility. He seems shady. I found a bunch of stuff around his office that was pretty interesting and are callbacks to the movies. There was a character that showed up outside the building that was trying to break in. I ended up killing her because she was like, no matter what you do, I'm getting past you. So I was like, well, guess what? You're not. Boom, dead. And there is a kid who was like a newish program who was guarding the vault that everything was stolen from, who got knocked out, and his memory has been partially erased. So I'm trying to help him regain his memory. But there's also these puzzles you need to solve, and it's going to be hard for me to remember how to do them because it took me a while to remember to figure out how to do them the last time. So let's just see how this goes. So let's resume. And I need to change my inputs, and of course I left the remote to do that all the way over there. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Let's switch inputs. There we go. Sadly, this does not have a Daft Punk or Nine Inch Nails score. Okay, so you replaced the jacket carefully. You'd rather nothing was out of place for Prince's return. So this is the last thing I did. I was investigating the guy who ran this facility's office, and I found a whole bunch of items laying around. So let's see. X. Which was X? I can't see the damn buttons. There we go. Okay, so places I can go were the admin office, which is where I am right now. There's the landing pad, which is where that person tried to break in and I killed them for it. The vault, which is what was robbed. The library, which there's some shady shit going on, and then the lobby. So, yeah, it says derezzed. That's the person that... I can't do that. Okay. So let's go back to the launch pad, or the landing pad. Rain beats against the landing pad. Okay, is there anything I can investigate here? Probably not. It's empty save for a few crates. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing else I can do here. Let's go back to the vault. So how's everybody doing tonight? Let me know what's up. Let me know you're here. I can see there's people watching. Okay. Cass paces back and forth, deep in thought. This is the guy that I found that was guarding the vault here, but he got damaged and can't remember. Come back later query. Okay, I guess I can't go there either. Okay, then let's go to the library. The library feels like a mirage given everything else going on in the rest of the building. It's peaceful and calm. The trees shielded those here from the memory bug. It seems to also shield them from the petty concerns of proxy and the others. Okay, so what is this? The data tree. Unlike the data tree, the founders view. 8 programs sat around the table, the shortest leaned forward. We must improve the energy flow. We are vulnerable to any potential outage. We must build more processing facilities, stockpiles. Stifled laughter from a couple of the other programs. We have more than we could ever use, brother. Your concern is misplaced. The shortest shook his head. If we do not prepare, we risk everything. Flynn will return. You don't know that. The tallest program stands and gestures with arms out, palms down. Enough. Make your preparations, brother, but do so humbly. We cannot give you all the resources you requested. Do what you can with that which we can afford. It won't be enough. It must be. But who is talking? Ooh. The Flynn's Promise. Unlock Flynn's Promise. Flynn looked out over Vertical Slice, a small cluster of structures and buildings. ISOs work below to expand it at a rapid rate. He turned to the young program next to him, Alpha. You're doing well, really well. Alpha nodded gratefully and with respect. It'll be a great city one day and forever, in celebration of you, Flynn. Flynn winced imperceptibly, rubbed the back of his neck. Sure, we can work out the details next time I'm here. I gotta go back. Give Clue one more chance to throw in the towel on his whole perfect world thing. Well, that calls back to Legacy. Alpha smiled. We shall await your return. Okay. Anything else? The viewing platform. Unlock the viewing platform. It would be an overstatement to call the library a public space, but it is certainly one that is often visited. On a normal cycle, this platform would offer beautiful views to visiting dignitaries and guests, the inbuilt shield keeping them safe from the great height of the room. It serves a different purpose tonight, acting as a temporary prison cell for the imprisoned automata Ambassador Sierra. That's the guy standing there. The shield appears to be successfully holding back the disgruntled program for now. If it was up to you, you'd be encountering Sierra in a more neutral context. Grish had other ideas. Okay. Let's see what else we got. So, continue. As you enter, Ada ushers you over. She seems less comfortable than before. Greetings again, program. She looks around, checking there's nobody with you. Whatever. Definitely uncomfortable. What's wrong? Yes, Sierra, all right. I would say what's wrong. Ada gestures to the door you entered through. What is this? Unlock books. Given the complex beauty of the trees in the library, these books look charmingly anachronistic. The shelves hold Flynn's gift, a compendium of all digitized user text available at the point of the founder's arrival on the ARC server. So this is a different server from the grid from Legacy, Flynn's grid, the Dillinger grid, obviously, and the Encom grid from the first movie. So this is something that I'm assuming Flynn created before creating the grid from Legacy. Probably like a test grid. Access is strictly limited to core scholars, and even then only to pre-approved books and chapters. As a result, the average program has almost no knowledge of user history beyond that preached by core or Automata's competing beliefs. It is a humbling and strange experience to be this close to so many answers to the deepest questions in your code. You tell yourself to remain focused on the job at hand. Okay. Okay, Ada gestures to the door you entered through. She's coming here, isn't she? The thief. I killed her. You weigh up whether you should tell the librarian on what happened on the landing pad. Did she say what she was looking for? It doesn't matter anymore. She's gone. Ada understands the implication. She has seen all of this world's history. She knows how many choices have been made with a disc to a program's throat. Ada seems reassured. I hope I did not give you the impression earlier that I am naive. I have my dealings with the outside world. I understand the nuance of my code's work. It is ethical complexity. I have nothing but respect for you. It must be tiring holding so much control. I'm here to solve a crime, not to judge. She nods. Another who understands their purpose. I respect that. I need to confess something to you. I'm listening. I worry that I might have played a role in the theft, and now in Proxy's attempt. Ooh. You're working with someone on the outside? You stole something? I'll say you're working with someone on the outside. Yes, but not how you think. She breathes deeply, centering herself, eyes still closed. She continues. While I believe that information must be controlled and structured, I think that it must be then spread. Our administrator, Prinz, has been more cautious with this than I'd like. Take Sierra over there. The Automata had to send him here to bargain for access to our records. Why could we not simply share? Data pruning is important. Public access must be shaped and refined. But if the public never has access, then what purpose does that serve beyond a pretty garden inside a box? Well, she does have a point. Another deep breath, a little shudder in this one. I've been releasing small packets of data, highly curated, of course, but I've been releasing them. It was intended to inspire, but I worry it was too successful. Rumors of secrets still hidden here have been circulating, building interest. Do you think they stole some data from the vault? Do you think that's what brought Proxy here? I think that what brought Proxy here. In part, I think the data I shared probably put us on her map. There is nothing more precious, more important than the data we process. The information in this room, and the repository as a whole, is all we need to guide our culture. I made our work here more prominent in a way it had not been before. I opened the door. You let that hang in the air for a moment. You're not responsible for the explosion. This isn't part of my case. I might have to report this to Prinz. You're not responsible for the explosion. A smile. Not directly, no. I should have seen it as a likely outcome, though. A gift for prediction. It's a perk of my work. She's a poet and didn't know it. She steps out of your way. You should talk to Sierra. He spoke highly of you after your first meeting. Good. That would make this next interrogation easier. Uh-oh. There's something else in here I need to find. Probably not from this viewpoint, though. You walk out onto the viewing platform. Sierra stands enormous, watching you approach. Query. Greetings, program. Have you been? Read any good trees lately? How have you been? I've not been very busy, if I'm honest. You charmed Sierra. Nice. He smiles warmly. I found our last conversation engaging, refreshing to experience a little respect. He leans forward. How can I help you with your investigation? I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. You stand in front of Sierra. He sits. Is there anything in this shot? I can't do anything yet. I'm grateful that you came alone. Ask your questions. Okay, tell me about Ada. Tell me about Ada. He looks over at her, back to her pruning. She's been kind to me, well, as kind as the situation allows. We have had a number of conversations about this library. Did her data leaks bring you here? No. I came of my own accord, the accord of the automata. Our culture is very different from core. Our programs decide a course of actions as a group. We act to serve our community rather than ceding power with only a select few. For a culture who believes so strongly in Clue, you don't seem to have learned the central lesson of his story, that he is power hungry. I have no complaints about my treatment by Ada. What is your opinion of Grish? I don't want to talk about that program. Okay. Do you know anything about remote detonators? I'm just going to go right into it. No, automata would never use something as clumsy as that. When we must defend ourselves, we don't lower ourselves to mimicking the user tech of myth. Nice. He looks genuinely offended at the suggestion. What weapons do automata use? He smiles, proud. Primarily our discs, like you. Beyond that, our tech would appear very alien to you. It's based on the elegance of machine design, not the aesthetics of the users. It doesn't seem like this is the program you're looking for. Do the automata want anything in particular from core? To be left alone, mostly. Access to this data would be a beautiful addition, though. This data belongs to all programs, not a select few. A sincere answer. Where were you at the time of the explosion? I was in here with Ada. That's why my memory was unaffected. I was on a tour. You wonder why this alibi is only coming up now. Why nobody asked. Somebody's covering something up. You suspect you know why. So you couldn't have done it. You know, I think you might be right. Sarcasm. No more questions. Good. A thought occurs to you. Why didn't Ada already tell me that you had an alibi? Why didn't Grish ask you for an alibi? Sierra laughs. After all you've seen, all you've investigated, you still presume that a puppet of Core's would actually go out of their way to be helpful. He laughs again. It doesn't feel good. Maybe I did it remotely. Maybe I'm pulling the strings. Maybe I masterminded that thief's appearance too. He stands up. Laughter stops. I think I'm done with this now, program. Ada runs up, hearing Sierra's bellowing laugh at the other end of the library. Is everything alright? Why didn't you tell me Sierra was here during the explosion? Sierra looks at her feet. It was inconclusive data. You pruned. You held back just enough to stay in control, as is your nature. Sierra is staring sternly at you. I am done. He steps forward, brushes a hand against the force field, making it sizzle. I am innocent. Allow me to leave. Ada looks confused. But Grish commanded. Sierra points at you. He is the assigned DOT to my case. If he chooses to, he can end my questioning at any time. And if there are no questions, then I will leave. You consider his request. Switch out the force field data. Is that a good? Do it. She does. Sierra stands seemingly surprised by your decision. I'm free to go? Yes, I know my way to the sprawl if I have anything else to ask. He nods. That's all the things she'll be getting. He steps past you and slowly makes his way to the elevator. Was that wise? You've not been honest with me, Ada. She looks after Sierra as he gets into the elevator. I suppose not. The force field begins to reactivate. You turn and walk away past the trees and the waterfalls. Is there anything else here? It's not. It seems more peaceful now, less corrupted. Another decision. It'd be easy to get lost in Prince's treasures. You have a function to execute, and there's nothing else in here, so leave. Okay, so the only other place is... I'm not going to go out the front door. Go back to the vault and see if Dingleberry is up to talking. Says paces back and forth deep in thought. Cass, come back later, query. Oh, come on, kid. So I guess the only thing to do is go back downstairs. Check out the landing pad one more time. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, I guess I'm going downstairs. Probably going to talk to the dipshit security guard guy. Yep. The lobby is as you left it. A lot has shifted since you were here before. You feel almost nostalgic. Across the room stands Grish. I've been looking for you. Aren't you busy with Prinz? Ha! Taking a break from babysitting the administrator, I wanted to see if you'd made any progress. You impressed me while we worked together. I'm hoping that will continue. Okay, it's saying that I accepted Grish's help earlier, so he's willing to work with me. Okay. But first I need you to clean my disk again. I'm still dropping memories. Prinz needs me at the top of my game, and I'm far from it. Of course, whatever helps. And this is that minigame bullshit. Good. That's okay, you weren't expecting a thank you. Grish removes his disc, rolls it around in his hands, tilting it to catch the reflection of the energy falls. Me and my disc, we've been through a lot. The adjunct war, cycles of work, keeping this place ticking over. I'm not someone who looks for help. I'm not someone who asks other programs for anything. I function independently. But tonight I've learned something about trust. I don't know what's coming. That's why I'm asking you to clear this up, but I'm glad we met. Thank you. He hands you the disc. Your hand hovers over the surface, wow, ignites it. Okay, let's do this thing again. Okay, clear 7 cards of the same suit consecutively. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. Okay, so I'm trying to get rid of... three of the same suit. So I need to get rid of a bunch of these other suits in order to make the job easier. So I'll get rid of this red. I guess I'll go for yellow. Let's see here. Orange, I can get rid of this orange. I can get rid of this, god damn it, this red. Get rid of this white. Get rid of this orange. Get rid of this orange. Get rid of this red. Start with these yellows. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, I screwed this up. I'm basically stuck. Psst. Awesome! Let's undo all my moves. So let's not try red. Or sorry, yellow. Let's try to get rid of yellow. Orange. Let's see here. Orange. Damn it. I think that's been screwed up too. Okay. Let's see here. Hmm. Oh, that got screwed up. God damn it. The only thing I don't like about this game are these mini games. It's like I like the visual novel aspect of it. I like the story and the choices and all that, but this is just dumb. Okay, so he's yellow, right? Maybe let's just focus on the yellow ones. Okay, that made things significantly easier. Okay, so orange, red, orange. I don't like this game. Oh, sorry. I keep on hitting the wrong goddamn button. No, that's... Oh my god, this game. Mm. My God. I don't understand. Okay, I'll let the computer do those. But then what's left? Oh. Oh my fucking God. Can you please, like, work? Peter! Bro, get his. We are watching your friend's dog for the weekend feeding their cat. We went over to learn their routines. 4 hours later, you're finally home. Dog. Trying to figure out this stupid puzzle. It's ticking me off. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong. 7 cards of the same suit consecutively. Well, it's kind of... It's obvious there's one way to do this. Let's see if it gives me the exact same choices this time. Oh, that... Okay. It did not. I can also knock out ones with the same numbers. Or derp. Okay, so targets of 3. Well, I need to get rid of the same suit, which means an all oranges, all yellows, all reds, all whites, but all of 7 of those in a row. But I also can get rid of them according to number. So if I have a 3, I can get rid of another 3, no matter what suit it is. But I don't understand what this target 3 over here means. There's a 3. But now there aren't enough of those to get rid of. I give up. Now it's saying target 4. I don't know. Alexa, in Tron Identity, during the defrag minigames, what does the target number mean?
In Tron, Identity's defrag minigames, the target number represents the specific count of cards you need to reduce the deck to in order to complete that particular round. Each round has different requirements, and reaching the target number successfully helps you progress through the puzzle and uncover more of the story.
That didn't help. What happens if you push the red forward?
I understand that wasn't helpful. Let me try a simpler explanation.
Are you saying I'm stupid? Fuck's sake. Okay, so I got a 3 here. Okay, let's try this over one more time. And let's pick one specific color. Okay, so looks like we're about even on the amount of cards. So let's get rid of white. Okay. I have a 0. Okay. Now let's try to get rid of yellow. Okay, I've got a 3 here, so let's keep orange. No. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we'll keep orange. Get rid of red. Okay, so that didn't work. Oh, sorry. Okay. There's another white I can get rid of. There's another orange I can get rid of. I can get rid of this orange. I can get rid of this orange. I can get rid of this white. I can get rid of this orange. And I can get rid of this orange. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I can get rid of this yellow. Get rid of this white. So I can get rid of this. If I had a 7 there, I would be able to get there. But whatever, I don't have a 5. Okay. I can get rid of that. And I can get rid of that. Look at this, I'm getting somewhere. It resets the counter. Pick one color to knock out, use all the other colors to knock out your chosen color. That's what I'm doing, dude. Okay. And get rid of this 3. No! And get rid of this 4. I can get rid of this 7. Get rid of this. No, I can't. I can get rid of this 4. And I can get rid of this 2. No. But I have a feeling... Wait, no. Let's see here. How do I back up? Is that X? Okay, let's back up a little bit. Memory restored. I did it. Grish, that clears some of the mist. He smiles briefly. You de-resed Proxy. Yeah. It's quiet for now. No sign of Proxy. None of my men have spotted her, and no call-ins. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? I de-resed her. Huh? Didn't know you had it in you. Prinz will make himself known to you once I tell him about this. Keep an eye out. He'll likely want to thank you personally. If Proxy's out of the picture, that makes the boss safe. You maintain Grish's trust, and I accepted his help. You're solving all my problems tonight. Did she say anything to you about her plans? She was looking for a code that gives you superpowers. He laughs. That'd be useful. What can I help you with? Where's Prinz? Grish shakes his head no. I wouldn't tell you that. I wouldn't tell you if you had a disc to my throat. He's safe. That's all you need to know. There are parts of this place only I know about. Oh, so there's extra places. Sierra has an alibi. He scoffs. And what might that be? Why didn't you ask him before locking him up? My job is securing a suspect, not investigation. When this is over, I'll ask him my own questions and consider his release. You don't tell him the choice you made for now. Prin's office feels different without him. Cass was alone when the explosion happened. You sure? They remembered nobody in the room with him. Someone outside then? Remote control? Maybe. Prince's office feels different without him. He smirks. It would, I imagine. Did you touch anything? I like to be thorough. There is nothing relevant to your case there. Stay away from Prince's stuff. Are your men holding up? Good. They're securing floors throughout the building. I've told them to keep clear of your investigation for now. My priority is securing the repository. If Proxy came, so will others. How are you doing? How you doing? Alright, I'm looking forward to rejoining your investigation after this is done. I've been better. No more questions. You need to get back to Prince. I do. Good luck out there. He gestures toward the elevator. You take the hint and leave. Hopefully, he can keep his side of things together. You're paring it down to the last 7. They just want you to knock 7 out without changing suits. Oh, well, I guess I was waiting. I was writing? Wrong. Okay. I was like, eh? Okay, let's go back to the vault. I was going to say, sorry, come back later, bro. Yep. Let's get back up to the office. Same shit. Let's go back to the library. Hey, girl, hey. There's nothing to do here at the moment. Where the frickin' hell am I supposed to go? The dock? Okay, something's changed. The rain is deafening now, like the users themselves are mocking the hubris this place represents. The landing pad isn't as empty as when you saw it last. Oh, shit. Through the rain, you see a silhouette. It is Prinz, with Grish beside him. He yells above the noise and beckons you over. Through the rain, you see... Oh, yeah. You de-res Proxy. So, this is where our interloper made her move? That's right. Right where you're standing. Prinz looks around himself, a look of distaste on his face. A cold place to cease one's function. Grish laughs. She ended her process and the way she ran, small and pathetically outmatched. You underestimate her. Prinz nods. That is possible, Grish. You have been known to assume the least of your opponents in the past, have you not? Grish snorts. From where I'm standing, you acted to protect your investigation and the repository as a whole. I owe you a great debt. You hand Prinz the disc you took from Proxy. From the moment you arrived, I knew you would do what had to be done, and I am immensely pleased to be proven right. Grish nods. You've done a lot for me tonight. I'm a little proud to see you do what was necessary. Prinz reaches out a hand to shake yours. Let's see what that is first. Unlocked vertical slice. The repository is immediately surrounded by parks and public galleries. Core have learned over hundreds of cycles that the soft power they enjoy relies on engagement and cultural buy-in from the community. By curating and sharing the data they validate, they have turned a system of control into a public utility. Beyond the park, Vertical Slice is a bustling hub, the oldest part of the city, but also its cultural and infrastructural center. Ooh! Are our operations synchronized? I seek only truth. Prinz looks quizzically. That's all any of us are looking for tonight, I assure you. You demonstrated loyalty to Prinz. He shakes your hand. Grish watches, bemused. Where are we on the case program? Sierra is innocent. I heard you released him. I don't remember giving you permission. Prinz raises a hand. It's done, Grish. I think your friend here has done enough to prove his loyalty. Grish grunts acknowledgement. Prinz looks up at the storm clouds above. Tonight isn't getting any more hospitable. We should return back inside. Grish nods and they make their way back towards the warmth of the repository. Is there anything else out here? Nope. Prinz turns as he approaches the entrance. Yeah. One more thing, Query. Yes? Before you went to Grish's favorite little hidden space in the repository, I asked him to escort me to visit your witness, Cass. We spoke a little, pleasantries really. I like to be welcoming to the Core Honor Guard. I am, after all, their host. They were, of course, having the exact memory issue one would expect from someone as close as they were to the explosion, so it was a brief conversation. It was, however, enough time for me to make a little deduction of my own. Go on. I take it upon myself to meet every Corps officer who visits my facility. I know every face. I don't know Cass's face. Grish winces. I should have asked questions. Prinz smirks. Don't beat yourself, old boy. Your single-minded focus on your work is admirable. A few details are bound to be missed along the way. Now we must go back inside before this rain gets any worse. They go back in, leaving you on the landing pad. The scene of your own crime. You have a lead. That's something. You return to the vault, a little shaken by recent events. It's as cold in here as the landing pad, but at least it's drier. Cass is waiting and walks up to you as you enter. Are you okay, Query? What is this? The sky outside? The wall of the vault is supposedly as strong as its door. Both did little to stop the damage of the explosion. The result is an ad hoc window to the grid below. Small sparks and detritus fall to the park below as the embers of the explosion's destruction fade away. Nobody out there has any idea what happened. Right now, you're not sure they ever will. The truths you are uncovering may be swept away, buried in a vault like this one. For now, such thoughts serve no purpose. Cool. Are you okay, Query? Strange to be the one in need of comfort, but Cass has obviously noticed something in your demeanor. Let's talk about you. A small smile. That's what we've been doing since I met, but I'm happy to continue if that's what you need. You nod. I don't think you are who you say you are. Did I say who I was? I didn't mean to mislead you. I'm truly sorry if I have. I don't know who I am. I'm hoping we can find out together. Cass looks at you quizzically. There's something you're not saying. Do you know something new? I'd like to hear it if you do. Cass has always been direct with you. You owe him the same. I heard you're a new face around here. They ponder it. I thought Prinz seemed strange when meeting me. A stranger, I suppose. I don't have a frame of reference, but if you say so, I believe you. They glance down at their uniform, resplendent, then take their identity disc from their back. I want to help me get to the bottom of this? You hesitate. You don't need to do that if you don't want to. Are you lying to me, Cass? This explosion is making my job more difficult. Maybe mine too. If I'm not an honor guard, then who knows? Cass smiles sweetly and hands you the disc. When you take it, they put their hand on your shoulder. Thank you, friend. Maybe this will be the last time we'll figure out that I'm a janitor, and we can all go home. I get to defrag again. Hooray! Clear 10 cards. Okay. These cards have objectives of their own. Why are you telling me what to do? Okay, that was an easy one. The other one was complicated as hell. Completed in under a minute. Hell yeah. New memory, the silhouette. View. The cell was cold, a light within it dull purple. The cast sat at its center, cuffed and on their knees. No idea how long they'd been there. No knowledge of where there even was. The door in front of Cass opened. A figure entered, tall, silhouetted by the light behind them. You all right, kid? Light glistened against the rim of the white armor of the figure, gold details glowing. You look cold. Cass nodded, a whisper escaping. Yes? All right, I can help with that. The silhouette bent down to a knee, placing garments in front of Cass. Don't tell anyone where you got these. I'm not meant to fraternize. You're dangerous. Cass nodded, reached forward with their cuffed hands, feeling for the fabric of the guard uniform drop between them. The silhouette stepped back. Be quiet, be safe. They can't keep you in here forever. And with that, the silhouette left. The door slammed shut. Dim purple light again. Okay. Cass falls to the ground in front of you. Oh no. Oh no. You kneel down in front of them. What did you see? I saw everything. Cass is confused, their eyes darting around. They stand back up a little unsteady. Did you see in the cloud? Did you see what I saw? You saw something. It was hazy, uncertain, a silhouette. The thief? No, a good man. No, the figure. That figure was the guard assigned to my cell. A beat. You're confused. I was a prisoner, Query. Somewhere cold and dark. Not this place. Somewhere else. I was locked in a box for as long as I've been alive. I've been locked in a box. So how did you get here? I was transported. Dropped off. I've been a prisoner for so long. The guard in my memory, he gave me this uniform. Took pity on me. You said it was cold. They nod, yes. It is fascinating to me that, out of all my memories, the key was a good program who did me a kindness. Well, one kindness among many cruelties. He kept me locked up. Probably helped with my transfer here. Why were you transferred? I think I'm on my way somewhere else. Core was moving me because of what happened at the prison. A look of terrified realization crosses Cass's face. I'm the explosive. This was me. I was moved here on my way to a more secure location because it's happened before. I'm the danger. Explosives, how do you survive that? Why move you here? Explosive, how do you survive that? Confusion. I don't know. None of this makes sense. Cass is overwhelmed, scared. It's all flooding back. I need time to process it, but I'm not sure the crime you were brought here to investigate happened. I think I might be in a lot of trouble. They inhale slowly. If you have questions, I can answer them, but then I think I need some space for a couple millicycles. I helped Sierra escape. I freed Sierra. I can do the same for you. I heard a little of that. It was the right thing for you to do, given what you knew. I'm proud of you. It also tells me that I can trust you. That matters tonight. I can't let anyone else get hurt tonight. I understand. A couple of the programs were talking. A pirate, right? You nod. I'm sure you had no choice. You don't need to correct them. Tell me about the guard who gave you these clothes. He was called Hori, I think. Kinder than he needed to be. He smuggled me in a uniform, told me it was old, nobody would miss it. It was so cold in that cell, thank the users for his small kindness. Indeed. How long were you locked up? I don't know. The memories overlap, fuse. I don't know their order, their causality. I have no idea how long I was there before I was moved here. What caused the explosion? I don't know. I'm guessing it's involuntary. I have to believe I didn't do this on purpose. They don't seem to completely convinced of that, but this wouldn't be the first case you see where a program convinced themselves of their own innocence. A defense mechanism, maybe? No more questions. Rest. Okay, thank you, Query. You let yourself out as Cass looks across the city through the hole they made. That's not the only gap here. There are more threads than you know you'll need to pull on before the night is over. This doesn't add up yet. Holla! Okay then. She seems lost in thought as you approach. Okay. You've had quite the evening. Things do keep happening. That does appear to be a unifying law of the grid, doesn't it? You both smile, a little exhausted. It's been a long night. How are the trees? Unharmed, it would seem. Lucky. As curated as this garden is, the data within it is priceless. You're glad it was unharmed. If we hadn't imprisoned an innocent program here, I would say this garden had remained a port of peace and comfort in a turbulent moment. Sierra did nothing wrong. You were right to do something. You changed the subject. Cass is also a prisoner. You tell Ada everything you know. And why would Core do that? Maybe they're dangerous? Oh, the explosions. Yes, of course, that might go some way to explaining it, but then why keep them alive? To keep Cass intact and imprisoned, there must be something else going on. Ada looks around the library. Oh, there's something over here now. These grand walls and waterfalls were created from rock mined in the Outlands. They provide both a practical and symbolic function. Symbolically, these structures demonstrate Core's molding and repurposing of the world around them, and their essential supremacy over the raw matter of the grid. These foreboding forms have been tamed and utilized. Practically, the specific minerals of the Outlands are untouched by the data of civilization, so form a clean baseline for the library's complex data trees. They insulate the room against the noise and interference of a bustling city. Okay. Earlier I described this place as a garden, a curated space for information, and to an extent that's true. Core allows me my garden because they know this data has value, more so if they keep it locked away. But that is their motivation, not mine. Ada looks down at the empty platform left by Sierra. I don't think anything is achieved by locking away things the powerful find intimidating. I think maybe you agree with that sentiment. She locks eyes with you. No, not sentiment. Action. You freed Sierra. You did what needed to be done, regardless of the consequences. It was the right thing to do. She nods. It was. He was innocent. He was also good company. I hope to see him again. Either way, you made the right choice. I inspired Ada to help. Nice. I want to follow your example. It feels like a night for making the difficult but right decision. I want to help you with Cass. It feels like you're close to closure. I want to be there for them. My trees will be safe without me. All right. I'll go up to the vault, check on them. I imagine I'll see you there again soon. She brushes past you, moving to the exit. You stand alone in the library, the entirety of history before you. You could spend cycles in here and barely scratch the surface. Another time. Okay, then. I don't think I'm going to find anything there. It's probably going to be like, oh, there's nothing here, just rain. Yep. Leave. Let's go to the office and see if dipshit has anything to say. So did you get what you needed done on Monday, Peter? Because I saw that you canceled your stream on Monday because you had stuff to take care of. Did you get it done? Prince stands at his desk working on something with his back to you. I'm a little busy, Query. Come back later? Shit. If you're still here. Go back downstairs, maybe? Talk to the guard. There's something there I can look at. Energy Falls. Following the Great Drought, core takes great pride in its ability to collect and refine more energy than the grid needs. These energy falls ostentatiously celebrate the enormous resources consolidated by the core in the last few hundred cycles. Energy flows from the top of the repository, via the library, to the lobby and back again in a cycle representing core's hierarchical superiority via data management over the population of the ARC server. Such grand architectural statements irritate you. They obfuscate and clumsily attempt to distract from more complex truths. Okay. The nice place to visit on a calmer night. Shit. So I guess I got to go visit the kid again. Oh shit, something happened. The vault feels a little warmer. You inspired Ada to help. Vault door is a thing now. I got one more thing to find. The door to the vault is hanging off its hinge. The strongest encryption seals on the grid could not hold back whatever force exploded in here. Defrag gashes break up its surface and cast light into the room. It looks like it could fall into the void below at any moment. Whatever force did this, unimaginably dangerous, or is unimaginably dangerous, beyond any weapon you've seen in your investigations. Whoever wields it is a threat to the stability of the grid itself. You hope you can catch them. You're still here? Whoop whoop. Yeah, did you get what you needed to get done on Monday? Cass stands next to Ada by the vault. They are discussing the city below as you approach. How are you feeling, Cass? I see you made it up here, Ada. I did. Cass has been explaining more of their situation to me. It's fascinating. Sorry, that diminishes the challenges you faced, child. No, I understand. I think I'd find it fascinating too in your position. Cass points to the city below. I want so much to go down there, be among the programs, drink some energy, ride a light cycle, maybe take in the games. I don't think I've ever had that freedom. If I did, it was long ago. Before I got locked in a tower. Still no memory of why? None at all. I'm eager for the answers, though. I'll do whatever it takes. Maybe the memory of why you're here, of the cause of the explosion, is still hidden on your disk. Cass takes a deep breath. Could be, for sure, but this seems like a risky stone to turn. It might not be safe. I know the detective wants to help me, but do you want to be here for this, Ada? I don't want you to get hurt. Ada takes Cass's hand. I want to start helping. Okay. Do it, Query. You take the disc from Cass and begin. It's past time to uncover their final mystery. Oh, shit! She's playing music for my wife and kids, mainly Leanne, because she's the only one awake. I did not get it done. I was working on the Mario Kart video. Oh, shit, Peter. Clear 9 cards. Oh, my God, not this bullshit again. Spawner errors cause affected cards to regenerate previously cleared cards. But that could actually help you out. Okay, I see what you're doing. So, okay. Oh, all I need is one more. Oh, can I... Is there an... Oh, there's an 8. I did it! I need to get down to 4. That's what the target means. I need to get down to 4 cards left on the board. Rid of all those. There we go. Come on. I have a 3. Blah, 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 blah. It's telling me to undo my move. Did it! New disc color, green. Yay! What is this new error? Flashes, flickers of potential futures. A program fighting thousands of enemies getting hurt. A cycle. Chased by hundreds. Glitches, errors, shifting realities, repeated realities. The city falling apart, torn apart. Great wars between programs, resets and errors. Battles and defragmentation in the streets. And then nothing. I have my moments, Peter. Doesn't happen often, but you know. You both stagger a little at what you just saw. Oh no. You give the disc back to Cass. Feel the tension flow through you. Ada is confused. What? What happened? I saw it. I always see it. Oh, users. You know what you both saw. Everything falling apart. The grid itself disintegrating. De-resing into a million fractured pieces. A terrible future. What was that? Cass stumbles back from you. They are holding their head in their hands, tears in their eyes, their voice quivering. The end of everything. Collapse. We're all still here. Yes. Explosion, a reaction, a realization. The grid is ending. It can't be stopped. Each time I realize that, You can't possibly know what's coming. How do you know this is real? I know. They locked me up because I'm the only one who sees it. How? I see the end of things in the data. Complex. Cause and effect. Every raindrop. Every blinking light of the city. Truth encoded. What truth? You see it too. The end of the world? Cass begins to shake, continuing to hold their head in their hands. The realization is tearing them apart. No time. Ask me your questions. Last chance. Now I know. How am I not exploding? Why would the grid have a limited duration? Temporary home. Flynn's backup. That's what I thought this was going to be. This was like some test grid before he created the grid from Legacy. Ada nods. We were never meant to be here this long. He never came back. How long do we have? I don't know, maybe 300 cycles? Not enough time to fix it. You can't possibly know that. Cass looks defeated. Now I know. How am I not exploding? Cass laughs. Ada spots something you don't. Because we're not smart enough. You don't see it for yourself, secondhand. You trust, but you can't see. You think you can save us? Your hope blocks your destruction. We have to tell everyone. Cass smiles through the pain. I'm telling you. That must be managed. This is dangerous information. Cass winces. Everyone has a right to know. I can wipe your memory if you want. A small smile. That's okay. Explosion will do that anyway. There has to be a way for us to help you. There isn't, but I thank you. How did it happen so fast this time? More input, you, the city. So much data, faster realization. I have nothing more to ask. Cass takes a deep breath. There's a flutter to their light. They're destabilizing. They walk out onto the edge of the vault. Reset coming. Help me figure this out after. Stay back. Ada lunges towards Cass at a sprint. You have to let me help you. I can help you manage this information. Curate. The blast rings through the vault. Hot light knocks you from your feet. Time itself seems to stop for a moment. You taste iron and electricity as your face smashes into the hard floor of the vault. And then silence. You stand up, dust yourself off. The sizzle of broken light echoes through the cavernous vault. You saw Ada cease function. Damn it! There's no sign of Ada, derezzed by the blast. There's nothing you could have done. And there, on the edge of the blasted vault hole, lies the figure of Cass. Cass survived. You place a finger on their neck, feel the reassuring pulse of energy flow. They're unconscious, but they function. You are consumed by a need to tell someone what happened, to make it real, to communicate. Prince needs to hear about this. Is this the Matrix? Okay, I'm going to stop the stream here tonight. I have a feeling that there's not much left in the game, so I'm going to save it for one more stream next week, and then I can start on Catalyst afterwards. So, thank you, Peter, and whoever else came to watch tonight. I really appreciate it, especially after being away for a few weeks. I will be back next Thursday, 9 p.m. Central, to possibly finish up this game. Let me see here. Oh, wrong. I got the wrong remote. That's why. Hang on 1 second, everybody. If you're so inclined, I released a brand new, I streamed a brand new episode of my D&D game, Tides of Flame, this past Sunday. It's available to watch now on this YouTube channel, and it is quite possibly one of the most epic games I've had in this campaign so far. It was really, really cool. I introduced a lot of really cool ideas and characters in it that I hope are going to continue, because the players all seem to like everything that happened. When the session ended and I ended the stream, every single one of them was like, that was super epic. So I hope everybody's enjoying watching the campaign as much as we are playing it. So keep an eye out for the next episode of that. I do believe we're streaming that in like 3 weeks, the next episode. And like I said, I'll be back next Thursday to stream the finale, probably, of this. So have a good night, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Chris of Midlife Crisis Media out. If this remote will work. There we go.